roadblock. All I want to know, I need somebody, anybody, everybody, go to your Google. Your phone is either a tool or a toy. Use it as a tool at this point. Go to Google. What I want you to do is this. Look up Derek Carr. Look up Matthew Stafford. Look up all these Rudy Poos and bums that have been the highest paid player in the league. How the hell does Kirk Cousins get $80 million guaranteed, but Dak Prescott can't get paid? How the hell does Ryan Tannehill get paid, but Dak Prescott can't get paid? If you can, I can show you chapter, book, and verse of every time a brother is starting to bubble. Either they take his weapons away or it's some BS. If you don't believe me, let's just do the math. Randall Cunningham, cover of Sports Illustrated. Shout out to my man, Said G. Sam Bradford's been stealing money forever. Pay Dak his money. Shout out to Said G in the building. Randall Cunningham makes the cover of Sports Illustrated as the ultimate weapon. Chris Carter's gone. They never replaced the dude who blew out both his Achilles. They sent Keith Jackson away. They got Keith Byers, and that's what Randall Cunningham was supposed to win football games with. Fred, I can't think his name. I can't think his name right now, but I'll think of it as I talk. He blew out his knees. They never replaced him. You get rid of Chris Carter. Get rid of Keith Jackson. Win football games, Randall. But then y'all complained about Tom Brady not having enough weapons. Let's go to Warren Moon. Warren Moon is race-sized out of the damn NFL for the first 5 to 7 years of his career. Racism keeps him out the National Football League. He goes up to NFL for football, the Canadian Football League, wins 5 Grey Cups, 3 or 4 league MVPs, come back. He got Harewood Jeffries, he got Hill, and he had a couple other guys. As soon as he get on the roll, it's time, we're going to bring this dude Carson in, who always hurt, and he's out of the league. Cody Carson, we're going to bring him in, and then he got this knee issues, he got back issues, he got head issues. Warren, you got to go. So then we get to my man McFive. Donovan McNabb out here with Fred X. Freddie Mitchell couldn't catch a cold wet and naked, but you want McNabb to win Super Bowls with him. Then you got James Thrash. I used to jokingly call him James Trash, but I might want him on the show one day, so I'm going to call him James Trash no more. But y'all know, come on, James, you wasn't that good. I'm just saying. You better than me. But what is that really saying? James Trash, Thrash, Fred X, no way I'm supposed to win a Super Bowl with these Bomberoosies. But y'all go get Brian Russ, but the reoccurring thing, they always get your running back. Then you wait till Warren Moon get 2,000 or 3,000 years old. Then you sit up there for 1 year in Minnesota with Chris Carter, Jake Reed, and Randy Moss. But it was only for 1 season. Then let's go to Mike Vick. Who was Mike Vick throwing to for the vast majority of his career? Me, D-Grade, and Said G. Nobody. Then look at Steve McNair. He got beat to hell with one of the dumbest coaches in the history of the world. I could continue this conversation if y'all want to, but it seems to me that every time a bruh get on the roll, it's always some BS. Now, you said Dak couldn't win without Zeke. He was winning without Zeke. He can't do it with his arm. You get him Amari Cooper, he win. This year, he throw for 5,000, almost 5,000 yards. Oh, well, the sky too blue to pay Dak. Look, this is the problem, y'all. Dak Prescott, I got this from a reliable source. Dak Prescott is saying, either give me a big pile of money up front for 2 or 3 years, or give me a big pile of money stretched out over 4 or 5 years. That's all he's saying. They want to lock him up for 6 years, so by the time he up for another contract, they can start this, well, if he hasn't won anything, he old now, so we can't pay him. And he's saying, no, if you don't want to pay me this long-term money, give me a whole lot of money on the short term, so once I prove myself again, you got to pay me again. He want to lock Dak down. Now he would have signed his dude Andy Dalton as a threat. Tell you what, if I was Dak Prescott, I would take the short money and win a Super Bowl, and I built the state of Texas out of all the advertising money I can, and I would never be seen in Cowboy Stadium again. I'm not finna tote the rock for y'all. I'm not finna carry the pail for y'all. It's Team Dak from that point on. Because if you want to rate me and put me in a trick bag and make me look like I'm greedy, and then you got jackasses like Skip Bayless, I call him Sports Donald Trump, man. And I know he may not be as bad as one Donald Trump, but he knows he's telling half truths. And a half truth is a whole lot. And when you tell a half truths and you put people in those situations, those precarious situations, and have people looking at them sideways, you may as well be lying on them. And it's cool. And to him, it's cool because he's a big time Dallas Cowboy fan and he just don't give a damn. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. So if I was Dak, I'll take the show money, bust my ass to win a Super Bowl, and I'm not doing a damn. When I retire, you can keep your number 4. You can stick it up your ass. You can stick the Ring of Fame up your ass. You can do all that because I'm sick of seeing people that look like me argue, fuss, and fight over the basics, man. Since when quarterbacks holding out for money? We got quarterbacks holding out for money. Give me another example. The homie, I left the link on his name. If the homie listen, give me another example of a quarterback that threw for 4,999 yards and is arguing about money with a playoff victory and 2 division titles, something that Matthew Stafford has never done. No division title. I don't think Derek Carr has never won a division. But at one point, they both were the highest paid players in the league. But Dak got 2 division titles in 4 years. Never missed a game. By the way, Matthew Stafford missed a whole bunch of games. By the way, Derek Carr missed a whole bunch of games. By the way, Derek Carr is extremely erratic. The coach trying to get rid of him. But Dak can't get paid. And up and down. No, that's just the way. That's just sports. Because he even played like Tom Brady. See, I say this all the time. You can tell when people don't have a leg to stand on. Why the hell would you be comparing Dak to Tom Brady? Well, tell you what. Compare him to Tom Brady in the foot race then. Since you want to compare him to what people consider the greatest of all time. When people don't have a leg to stand on, well, he ain't get his Jordan. He ain't get his Tom Brady. Well, who the hell is? Who the hell is? So why were you going to compare him to the rest of his contemporaries? Go around the league and compare him to some of them bums that's in the league right now. And then, all of a sudden, Dak is in the top 10. And guess what? Newsflash. Tom Brady ass a bum now. Tom Brady is a bum now. He's 43 years old. This is a young man's game. This is a young man's game. I don't give a damn what y'all say. Oh man, if it wasn't for the players, it was hot outside. It was too sun outside, not sunny. There was too much sun outside. It was too much night at the night game. It was too much grass on the field. It was too much grass off the field. It's so many damn excuses. But in that last Super Bowl he played in, what was the conditions then? He's playing in the dome. He stuck all to be damned. Well, in the last playoff game was he hit that wide open linebacker. Who fault was that? You see, y'all know how to tell me what Jameis Winston did. But oh man, he need more weapons. I thought y'all been telling me for the last 10, 20 years. COVID. Excuse me. Y'all been telling me for the last 20 years that Tom Brady does less with more. That's another lie. Tom Brady don't do less with more. Just because you're not a household name, don't mean you're not a very good wide receiver. How many of y'all know who Tony Hill is? D-Gray know who he is. I think said G, a Dallas Cowboy fan, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sorry if I'm wrong, said. Y'all don't know who Tony Hill is. He a damn good wide receiver. How many of y'all know Anthony Carter is? Damn good wide receiver. I'll go down the list, man. A guy who John Jefferson. Y'all don't know who that dude is. Damn good wide receiver. See, just because you're not a household name don't mean you're not good. Is he Randy Moss? Hell no, he's not Randy Moss. Is he Chris Carter? Hell no, he's not Chris Carter. But ain't nobody of those guys. So stop comparing them to the cream of the crop. But these dudes are very good ball players. And you don't know who they are. Just like Brown, who was with the Patriots. Number 80. That my man DJ said Tony Hill was number 88. He was number 80. It's Drew Pearson number 80. I mean, reverse that. Tony Hill was number 80. Drew Pearson was 88. I'm talking too much. The water. I'm back now. My man said he a Raider fan just like me. Shout out to Said G in the building. That was a real creative way to drink a little extra water. Y'all ain't know that though. Said G part of the nation. That's what's up. Win, lose, and tie, silver, black till we die. That's what's up. But seriously, man, y'all don't know who these dudes are, but they're good. Sid Fernandez for the Oakland Raiders. Doki Williams for the Raiders. Very good ball players. Y'all don't know who they are, though. Yeah, I'm about 17. I ain't got 19. I'm about 17. But y'all don't know who these dudes are, man. But they're good ball players. Webster Slaughter, Gary Clark. See, you don't have to be Hall of Fame level to help me win. Oh, Tom Brady getting these bombs doing it. No, he not. Bill Belichick is a creative enough coach to put you in a position that when you know how to do this very good, Bill Belichick say, all I want you to do is run intermediate routes, they call option routes. When the defense is doing this to the left, they do move to the left. When they're doing this to the right, they move to the right. That's all Bill. If Bill Belichick noticed that you do that very well, then bam, I know. Oh yeah. I don't want to talk about that Rick James section. Woo, hit makers in the bill. But just because you are not a big time highlight field wide receiver, look, Landry with the Cleveland Browns. He don't do nothing spectacular, but he gets the job done. That's the problem. This is the problem with ESPN and the national media. They want you to believe that because of this guy isn't known and he ain't on every highlight, he's not getting the job done. That is as Flavor Flav and Chuck D said, that's a worldwide lie. That is a worldwide lie. It ain't about that, man. It's about doing what you are asked to do. Why don't you ask offensive linemen? There's an offensive lineman that ran for like 4.8 40s. Why don't you ask them to be tailbacks? Because that's not what they do. Don't ask a fish to climb a tree. And Bill Belichick understands that. He understands that Tom Brady could not throw the ball down the field anymore. So what he did was killed it with the intermediate game. And when he killed it with the intermediate game, he understood we're going to run it down your throat and then we're going to throw it over the top to the ground. I can't wait till Tom Brady stink it up. So, what's going to be y'all excuse this year? Oh, it was this dude. It was that dude. You want the reason why Tom Brady going to stink it up this year? One of the reasons Tom Brady going to stink it up this year is because Bruce Arians does not run the same type ship as Bill Belichick. He does not. So when you say, hey, what the hell? He's not going to be used to that. He's not used to that. So when Brady wants you to do this and they are not like that, what are they going to do? It's not going to work. Another thing, y'all talking about Tom Brady didn't have that many weapons. Jameis Winston had a ton of weapons. And guess what? The great Louis Riddick, you ain't got to take my word for it. Louis Riddick, 2 weeks ago on Get On Up, literally said, after all this talk about Jameis Winston, I went to the film. And when he went to the film, you know what he found? He found that of those 30 interceptions, 15 of them were not even close to being Jameis Winston's fault. He said it was tip balls, it was wrong routes run, it was people giving up, and things of that nature. So, if you got 30 touchdowns and 15 interceptions, that's a 2-to-1 ratio, that is an awesome situation, especially with 5,100 yards passing. Guess what that means? That means Jameis Winston is a bona fide Pro Bowler. Everybody would have been swinging on this job. Back to the original point about the Browns not getting the break. I've never heard of this stat that's thrown out there. Stephen A was burying Jameis Winston as usual. That's what he does. He is the softest, non-workingest dude I've ever seen in my life. I usually be talking about other things from him, but I've come to the conclusion that Stephen A is a lazy bastard, man, when it comes to that show. He does very little homework. Well, back to my point. When I'm looking at the whole Tampa Bay thing, if Jameis Winston would have thrown 15 less touchdowns, the whole world would have been one. They'd have been clamoring for him. He'd still be the Tampa Bay quarterback. Guess what? Bruce Arians knew that. But he wanted Tom Brady. And that's why that shit is going to fall apart. He's undisciplined. You do not change a bunch of dudes who drop a lot of balls, who tip up a lot of balls and things like that overnight just because 12 is down there. That don't make